You'd have to be happy with this for the amount of money you spent here, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not a ball terror, but it's still taken it a fair way from what it could have been. It'll be a vetch plant now.
Yep.
So this is the one I said we Kelly chained, and so probably wanted to bring you up here to show you that it's not this high and this thick. But on the flip side, I think we've got more potential production here than like over the fence where nothing was done there. So it was sown dry at mid-March, and this one, well, I think it was a mixed species seed from off the header from one other time, and we might have added a bit of radish to it. But it seemed to, maybe it struggled a bit. It doesn't seem to have kicked away because it was a slow start with 8 and 10 mil sort of thing.
And it had a little bit of grazing earlier.
Yeah, so this side didn't have that electric fence, but that side did if we wanted to walk across the other side of the trees.
Oh, righto.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before the electric fence there was a little bit of grazing.
Oh yeah, if you went back in history it was grazed fairly well.
You mean this crop?
Yes.
You guys are going to get your stories.
No.
Yeah, I'm not following you, Martin. Oh, from goats?
Because at the beginning of the year I didn't know he had that other crop up there, and I thought this was the mixed species. And I was coming out here looking at this mixed species, and there were some goats wandering around in here. And I was ringing him up, what are you going to do about those goats, Darren? But no doubt they hung around that end more, but they would spread around up here, and I'm pretty sure they might have cleaned up some radish out of it as well, early in the piece.
So we went past an exclusion fence, didn't we?
That's inside this. We're in it.
So we're in the excluded area.
Yeah.
So what will you do here?
Put the fence up, we'll graze that side, and I want to harvest this side just to get some results to see, because obviously the inputs were really down.
Yep.
It mightn't look that fancy, but it still might stack up better economically.
What do you think it'll pull off?
Just quick glance at a tonne of the hectare would be a stretch, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, well last year you couldn't grow that. Yeah.
The old hands used to say if you put an oat crop in, it was the first thing you put in after a grass.
Yeah.
We all know that. And they never knew why. My father used to say it sweetens the country up, but now there's some relationship between the oats, the roots and the bacteria, isn't there, Martin? So what do you call it?
What we got to do is just keep moving forward. Moving forward all the time. You know, don't take any backward steps. That's my little joke with the boys. You get a rock and you throw it up there, you say, right, now I'm the smart fella, right? I won't take any backward steps. I will not go backwards. And yet this young fella, he's been off to college and bloody this and that, and he listens to his agronomist and rah-de-rah, and he's chasing the big yield, but he'll take a step backwards as long as he can take the 2 steps forward and a step backwards, right? And I say, righto, now let's race up there. And I just keep plodding along, and he's got do-do, and I beat him every damn time, you know, without too much effort. What we've got to do is not take any backward steps, you know, and then that's where managing stock and rate to carrying capacity comes into it, is that you don't end up shooting yourself in the foot. You know, every time you nail your foot to the floor, you've got to get the nail out of the damn thing. This is moving forward. We could completely undo this by putting too many sheep in here over the summer and turning it back into a desert. Completely undo it. But if we do the right thing, and with the clovers and that sort of thing, it'll manage forward itself. There'll be perennial grasses come back into it. You know, like this farm has completely changed, absolutely completely changed since Darren put that fence around it.
Yeah.
How long ago did you put that up?
18, 19. Yep, so 4 or 5 years ago.
Did this paddock look like that before he Kelly chained it?
Yeah, it would have been pretty equal. Yeah, that's why I sort of half thought to bring you up here just for an example.
So you'll harvest this?
Yeah, I will.
What do you do then?
Well, that's actually the same with the silk as well.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
So we're just waiting.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you'll run it through the summer and re-sow?
Oh, I think I'll probably graze, just leave it as grazing paddock for a while. But it was sort of on a decline, so we sort of fast-tracked it a little maybe. Yep. I think.
Yeah.
And that's then stacking, you know, that's a permaculture description, stacking. So what if we do our good farming, don't take any backward steps with what we're doing with our pasture cropping, keeping it cheap, and then we do some sensible grazing with it as well. You know, and keep moving the system forwards all the time.
Was the daikon in here, or you put a bit of seed in your oats?
I reckon it was a little bit of both. Yeah, we topped it up a little bit. Yeah.
So this has had a mixed species in it?
Yeah, it was a mixed species, but obviously this year it suited the oats more so. And it's probably like, if we were up here a week ago, this would have been bright white. Would have stood out a bit more too.